Good morning. It's now 7:30 in the morning on Saturday the 30th of May. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. It's been 2 weeks since my last video. Last weekend just didn't get a chance to get down here and do anything, and through the week I've not really had again much chance, just too busy at nights. But I was down last night and did a bit, mostly tidying up, mostly clearing stuff. So I'll just give you a quick whiz round and show you where we're up to at the moment. Right, now if you remember, this is the bit that was completely overgrown with weeds, etc. My manure pile, and as you can see at the back, the grass is a foot long again, and it's 3 weeks since this was done, or 4 weeks maybe. Lots of bits here that need taking out, and as you can see from here, I've been riddling the soil. So I'm basically taking it out, taking all the grass roots out of it, because there's so much couch grass in there, as you can see. And this bag is half full. Let me get it open. Couch grass. That's all the roots and everything that's been coming out of the ground. So part of my task for this weekend is to get rid of this pile. It's in the way of where I want to put one of my raised beds. Now, as you can see, I've got some large raised beds here. They're 10 foot long, and they're going to cut part way through that manure pile. So I need to get all that out, I need to get it level, I need to get the bed in, I need to get all these little flags lifted up. They're only laid on the surface, 1 foot square flags. And then I can get another bed in here. Now I desperately need another bed. So I've got lots and lots of beans and peas coming up, which I'll show you later, with nowhere to put them. So I really do need to get this sorted. Now in this bed, this is where all the swede have been planted and the Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are absolutely fantastic, as you can see at the front here. Unfortunately, most of the swede have gone to seed, and they are flowering quite dramatically already. I'm going to take the flowers off them and see how they do. This is where I had my potatoes last year, and as you can see in there, there's a couple of potatoes coming up again. But they're going to come out because I don't want potatoes in here, so I'll pull those through. Onions coming on nicely. Don't think I've lost any. A fair bit of grass coming up between here, which I need to get rid of. Just need to get in and do some hand weeding on this, I think, really, in between the rows, because onions don't like you hoeing nearby because they've got shallow roots, and you nick an onion, then it's all over. But they're looking good. They're coming on, they're starting to go well. The shallots especially are doing really well. But again, I do need to get in here and do some weeding on it. The problem with not coming down as often as I'd like means that the weeds do get on top of you. So when you come down, the first thing you do is spend most of your time in weeding. Over here, some of last year's chard and perpetual spinach. Now I trimmed all this back. This was about 2 or 3 foot higher than it is at the moment. I trimmed a lot of the flower spikes off it, but I've got loads more again today. I am thinking of just taking this lot out and starting again this season, but we'll see. In front of here, got some lettuce, which are going to eat yellow, which I'm a bit surprised at. Don't know why. Then in the squares behind those, I've got beetroot, carrot, some rockets. The rocket's not doing brilliant. I've got some other in the ground planted at the same time, which is doing fantastic, so not sure what's going on there. Some more carrot and some more rocket at the far end. As you can see from the slug trails, and the great big dead slug in the middle there, the slug pellets are doing the job. Currant bushes and the gooseberry bushes here, absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, they're in the wrong place. I don't want them in this bed, but I don't have anywhere else for them to go at the moment. But hopefully this weekend I'm going to be digging out another bed. Now I don't have any more wood to go on the side of most of the beds, so what I'm hoping to do is simply just dig down and make some edged beds, or some just basically dig the soil out and leave a grass path, or put the flags down between it. Let's see how we do. Now, these are grown overnight. I was only here last night, and these are fantastic. These are rocket. Now, if you compare these to the ones I just showed you, you can see there's a huge amount of difference between these and the other little ones. Also in here, I have 2 rows of carrots. Now I weeded in there last night and the carrots were hardly showing, and now suddenly I've got carrots. Fantastic, I'm not complaining. Now most of what I was doing yesterday was clearing out this bed. Now this is the bed that I put the red currants and white currants in as a temporary measure, and in there I also had my leeks from last year. I've harvested all the leeks. I got 8 good leeks out of it. I've also taken a mountain load of weeds out of there because this bed has been neglected. But as you can see, there's still some at the back to go, and that big yellow bush is my purple sprouting broccoli that's 3 years old. Now what I want to do with this, I want to trim off all the flower spikes because they're pretty much gone now. I'll do that this weekend. I'll leave it as long as possible so the bees can have as much as they can from it. Trim off all the flower spikes and leave it in the ground. See what happens next year. At the end of the day, I'm probably not moving anything out of this bed this year, and I'm probably planting nothing else in there. Because although I've got a bit of space, I might put a pumpkin or a squash of some sort in there, something that will take up the ground cover. That's basically it. This bed is empty, just waiting for stuff to go in. A few weeds at the top end. This bottom half isn't too bad. Need to get some more compost on this at the top because it's a bit horrible and dry, and as you see there's huge cracks appearing in the ground. Now we thought it's been raining a bit recently, but obviously not enough to cause this to be completely dry, moist. Quick look at the potatoes. These are doing really well. On the right hand side we've got 2 rows of Cara. In the middle row here, which isn't doing brilliantly, I'm surprised at actually, is Sapo Mira. And then on this end we've got Pink Fir Apple, which are doing absolutely great. Possibly one missing there, but the rest look fine. This bed is my first earlies, or one of them anyway. This is Maris Pear. Now I have lost one plant in the middle here. It came up, it was looking a bit sickly, wasn't doing very much, and it's gone. So I'm not complaining, all the rest are coming fine. A lot of grass around the edges I need to get rid of. Hopefully going to borrow a strimmer this week rather. This bed is my other first earlies, Red Duke of York. There's one gap there, everything else looks fine. This top end is Pink Fir Apple again. I've got some main crop which I've got to put in buckets. I've got to do it this weekend because I'm going to be far too late otherwise, so they've got to go out now. Now, ignore the big pile of grass there which I haven't been able to get to with the mower. Again, the strimmer should hopefully take care of that. The rest of this was mowed 2 weeks ago. I'm going to try and borrow the mower again this weekend and cut it down again before I start digging my beds. But I should take another quick walk over. Compost pile. As you can probably see, it's getting quite full. There's lots of grass on the side of it as well, but again that's going to go with the strimmer. I'm just amazed at how fast that compost pile is dropping down. Every night when I'm here I pile it up and it's over the top. As you can see, it's starting to drop down already. So whatever's happening, it's reducing down, but maybe not as fast as I'd like it. Right, show you over here at the fruit area. The new bed here, this is the one that I'm putting all the compost from the pile I showed you earlier into. The rhubarb. Now for some reason the rhubarb is just dropping or flattening, I don't know why. If anybody knows why this is happening, you can let me know, but oops, falling over everything here. It does seem that the whole plant itself is just flattening out. Normally I expect it to be up like this one, but it's just flat. They are being attacked by slugs. I have seen that in the past, that there's been lots of big black slugs on here. Put slug pellets down, it seems to solve the problem. Now this bed, which needs weeding, is full of mint. How it got there I don't know, but I did get some plants from other people last year and I think they must have come in with that. And it's also loads and loads of strawberries. So you can see in there, there's lots and lots of fruit on that one. We've also got raspberries coming across from the other bed. Now this bed is full of weeds, absolutely full of weeds on the other side. I need to get in there today and get that sorted, so there's a big weeding session there. So, quite a bit to do. I'm just tidying up and general maintenance today. Now, this is where I had all the strawberries. Now they all went yesterday. A friend of mine is doing a plant sale at Saddleworth Museum in Upper Mill, and they raising funds basically, so I've given him all my spare strawberries. Just got a few left over, I promised to somebody else, and a few on the bottom shelf we dug up last week, or the week before I think it was rather, when we had an a clearing day, sorry, and those are all strawberries that were surplus requirements from the communal areas. I took them on, put them in pots, see if they survive. Looks like they're not going to, but at the end of the day I don't need any more. Right, on the table we've got some broad beans at the front here. These were late going in the ground, in the pots rather, so they're not too big yet. Behind that I've got some fennel, which I'm quite happy with. Then some peas behind that, and then some cherry tomatoes. They're only in tiny pots, so their leaves are starting to go yellow. They need to be potted on fairly quickly, and I'm going to leave those outside. And then here on the right hand side we've got some different sorts of beans. I think I've got some, I'm not sure what I've got here. I've got some borlotti, and I've got some sugar snap peas, and some early onwards, some Kelvin and Wonder rather, which are coming up slowly. So they're doing fine. Quick show inside the polytunnel, and then I'll leave you for now. Right, still a bit of a mess in here, but lots of green stuff growing. Got some little tomatoes here, which are the Pomodoro tomatoes, the big plum tomatoes, and some chicory behind it. Some little small tomatoes in there, and some lettuce and some more chicory. Then over here on this tray I've got some mixed leaf lettuce, some not sure what I've got there, some artichoke, that's right, crystal lemon cucumber, some squash, some hawk squash rather, coriander, basil, what is that one? Oh yeah, some cauliflower, and some peppers, and as you can see there, a huge slug. Now I knew there was a slug around because I've got some parsnips in there, and as you can see only half of them have survived. He's had the rest, so he's going to die now. I'm going to get my scissors and I'll cut him up. Got some more tomatoes with that there, some more brassicas at the back waiting to go, and my chitted potatoes are here ready to go in buckets. They've got to go in fairly soon because they're starting to go off wrinkled, so they've got to go in. So again, I've got a lot to do this weekend. Most of the stuff I've got to do is really just tidying up. I'm just looking around inside the polytunnel. There's slugs galore all over the polytunnel. Little tiny ones like that on the roof. Around here there's loads of them. There's one at the back on the frame, and this big boy here. So he's going to go. In fact, they're all going to go. I shall get my gloves on and I'll go around and start picking them off and get rid of them. Kill them off very quickly and humanely, because I don't want, the last thing I want is lots of slug infestation inside my polytunnel. Anyway, time to go out again. I'll give you a quick scan round the allotment from one side to another. Pond's doing well. It's very, very murky in there, so I can't really see what's in there, but it's looking good. I may come back to you later on when I've had a chance to do something, show you what I've done. But for now, that's the view from outside my polytunnel. Bye bye, thanks for watching. Well, welcome back. It's now about 1:30 on Saturday, and I thought I'd show you what I've done in the last 5 or 6 hours. This bed is now completely weeded. As you can see, there's lots and lots of space in there now. Take it down here. Now this bed here that was knee deep in weeds has also been completely weeded. As you can see, everything's out completely. The raspberries have also been weeded. There are still a few bits and pieces in there, but there are now gaps in between the raspberries. Now that has almost killed me doing this. I don't know if you can see this on this camera, but well and truly scratched to bits. Still, it's worth it in the end. All this path has been weeded down here and around here, and I've taken all the mint from within between the strawberries, so that's now looking much, much better. I've also weeded this little patch here at the top. I'm going to put some brassicas in here. I think I've got some raw rescue cauliflower I think I've got, so I'm going to put some of those in there, probably get 6 in there. And then the manure pile slowly going down, taking it slowly because lots and lots of couch grass roots in there, just taking time to come out. And those are going in the bed, the new bed over here, which I'll go quickly to and show you. This one here, it's starting to fill up. It's taking time because I say I've got to take all the couch grass roots out of all the manure before it comes in, but it's working fine. I've also filled a couple of hanging baskets. Got a little one here with 4 cherry tomatoes in. Not sure if these are tumbling varieties or not. They don't look like it, but well, if they're not, they'll still grow. And this basket here has also got 4 tomatoes in it. 1 in the top and 3 out the sides. Again, if they're not tumblers, they'll point upwards, but at the end of the day, I don't really care as long as they give me tomatoes. Right, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you for today. So I've been down here since 7:30, it's now 1:30. I'm knackered. Got a lot of shopping to do today, and a long day tomorrow with the grandson. So I'll sign off for now and say thank you all for watching, assuming you've got this far, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.